Sponsored by 666bet.com. The Big Fight. Sponsored by 666bet.com.
This is Coogan Cassius for Apple TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella and 666bet.
Ooh, 666bet.
They're on board now as well.
Fantastic. You just seem to be getting new sponsors every day of the week. Must be earning a few quid now.
It's getting there.
Good
I haven't got Aston Martin money.
What's happening? It's a bit heavy. Aston Martin money, or like Rick Rose says.
Or Eddie Hearn says. Have you seen his new Aston Martin?
Eddie ain't got Aston Martin money.
He's got an Aston Martin, so he's got Aston Martin.
Eddie's got phantom rape money. That's what Eddie's got.
How are you?
I'm okay, mate. I'm happy. Believe it or not, I'm not angry today. Just chilled out and relaxed, mate. Another day at the office, innit? It's chilling out. It is what it is, really. Like your tops always say, Cougs, it is what it is, baby. It just sit here, talk nonsense for a couple of hours and hype a fight that doesn't need hyping. Yeah. Just do everyday stuff, innit?
Why doesn't the fight need hyping?
Because I want to smash his face in, that's why it doesn't need hyping. I want to do that, and I'm going to enjoy doing that, so why do we need to keep going on about it and saying it? I want to do it, and I'm going to do it.
Do you know what? I watched the ringside where you and Nathan were next to each other. The guy Sean Ryder come on and...
Is that his name? Was that the sports psychologist?
Yes, the one who said that wasn't worth a carrot and...
Well, you know, listen, Sean, I may be a little bit strong in me wording towards you, and for that I apologise, but you cannot say to me, I have a media profile. There's no such thing for a media profile for someone like me, Sean, because you see me, what you see is what you get. Now, Sean, if you're on the motorway and somebody cuts you up and I video it, you get out the car and you go and try to attack that man, but I've videoed it, does that mean that's your media profile, Sean? Probably not, does it? Now, you're seeing me taking very, very small clips of my life that are on camera when I'm angry or saying certain things, and you're describing that as my media profile. Well, that's not fair, is it really, Sean? Let's just be bottom line honest here. And the bottom line is, I'm a happy man. I'm not very intelligent, but I'm very happy. I'm doing quite well, better than I ever envisioned for myself. And like I say, I'm very happy. I'm not angry. I don't need anger to fight. Can you show me a time when I've got in the ring angry? So how do you come to the conclusion that I fight on anger, like you said? Or that some of the things you said were absolutely stupid.
Okay, but some people know you, your friends and family know you, and people within the boxing community know you.
Yes.
I know you a little bit.
Yeah.
I know what you are. And
what am I, Cougs?
Do you know what? You are a nice fellow. You're a bit like...
Okay, bit nuts.
Bit nuts, but you are ultimately, I've known you for a few years, you're a nice fella. In my opinion, I've said this to anyone who asks me what's he really like. He's a nice fella. If you got around 5 minutes around him, you'd probably... I'll put money on it, you'd like him. But people that don't get to see some of that, they probably listen to some things you say, probably some things you do, or whatever, and could they not come up to their own conclusions, which is part of the whole media profile, if you like. Do you not understand that?
No, I still don't understand this media profile show now, because you cannot condemn a person upon watching a small bit of video footage of them. And now, if that was the case, everybody would think, if you've seen the small bits of clippage, everybody would say Mario Balotelli's an arsehole. Well, the fact is, he's not. You've seen the guy playing football. You don't know the kind of person he is. I don't know the kind of person he is. Now, I'm adamant blue nose, but I don't know Mario Balotelli because I see him play football. I don't know the kind of person he is. It's unfair to judge someone on what a camera shows you.
No, 100%, I agree with that.
And it's even more, it's defamation of character. For a man to come out and scrutinise me and talk about my profile, who I am, by looking at me on camera is unfair. I could say some people looks like they're absolute so-and-sos by what I see them do on camera, but I'm a little bit more clever than that, because I know some people do stuff on camera for the camera. Well, I'm telling you now, I don't do nothing on the camera for the camera. What you see on this camera is what you get. It's me. It's how I am. That's just me. Now, you see him on the camera. He's not being him. He's being somebody else. Because He contradicts himself, says one thing and does another. What I say is what I do. That's not fully true, actually, because...
Do you believe you've ever contradicted yourself?
No, I do contradict myself, because I said I was going to beat it on Stevenson and got absolutely tanked. But that's just... You'd expect to win them kind of things, so... But what I don't say is, I don't say, oh, well, I think I'm going to retire, and then don't retire. I don't say things like that. You know, they're not there. Them things don't cross my mind, no. I don't say things like... there's so many things that he says. Oh my lord, I'd be here all week. Things just
all right,
he
can
says something like that.
I just give you an example, right? So, hypothetically, if you was in a really bad mood one day and a fan come up to you and you was in an actual foul mood and they come up to you and said,
Happens.
"Oh, Tony, can I have a picture?" And you went, "Not now," just because you was in a bad
No, it
mood.
doesn't happen.
I'm not saying you would, but
It's happened, and I don't refuse.
no, but I'm just saying you would refuse.
No, but I don't.
I'm
I can't
saying.
accept. No, I don't. I've been in bad
Oh,
moods.
okay.
I've been chasing kids round, 3 young boys round a goddamn shop in town, and I'm talking 3 young kids who want to fight with every other kid in the shop. And then someone asks me for a picture. What do I do? I do it. I don't want to do it. And I'm a bit annoyed that I've got to do it. But you know what? I do it because that's where this job's got me, and that's where it takes me.
Oh, I'll change the example then. Okay. If some boxing reporter come up to you after a heated press conference and asked you for an interview and you couldn't do it for whatever reason and you said, not now, blah, 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 that boxing reporter could go away thinking, what a fucking arsehole, I won't do my interview.
But
hold on a minute, but I'm just saying.
What they couldn't get, they couldn't have possibly got me to say no, I couldn't do it. It'd probably been the people around me that said I couldn't do it. You've never seen me say, I can't do that now. I know you're going back, Cook. I know where this is leading.
You did tell me. You
but
said to me, not now.
No,
you went not now to me.
No. The people around me told you not now, and Sky were telling me we've got to go after that silly press conference that day. But I don't read you. If it's possible, I can do anything.
But the point I'm trying to make is, if someone goes away from you and you've said no for whatever reason, that's not a true reflection of your personality. But that's the reflection that they go away with because their only encounter with you is that you telling them.
Shouldn't take that.
But that's how the world is.
Yeah, but the world should be a brighter place than that. That's the negative side of everything, and that's not fair.
Does this fight, the build-up, the intensity with Cleverly, does it feel like similar to 3 years ago? Does it feel worse, better? How does it feel?
I'm a different person to them. I can't even remember the build-up from now. I can't remember some of my own kids' names some morning, so I'm the wrong person to ask for that. I'm a lot different person now. I'm more relaxed. I'm not, I'm just a relaxed person. You know what, Cougs? It doesn't even bother me. It doesn't bother me. What annoyed me when I was on the Sky Studios was I was there from 9:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night, and that clown was in the vicinity. Now, like I say, I keep harping on about it. If someone's in the office with you don't like, how would you like to spend all day with them all? Maybe someone in your industry, Coops, I'm sure you've got people in your industry you don't like. How would you feel spending from 9:30 till 6:30 with them in the night, and then sitting down the table with them, Sky Sports News, ringside, listening to the views, having debates with someone? Generally, you don't have debates with people you don't like, do you? It doesn't happen. Well, I had to that day, and that's part of the media obligations that need to happen for this all to take place. But that's nearly all over now, and I'm so close to the fight. I can taste his blood.
Do you believe the Sergei Kovalev defeat last year has mentally affected him so badly that he won't be able to recover from that in his career?
Well, it kind of had done, because he admitted that himself when he said that he was going to retire. So basically, when you say you're going to retire, that means it's the end, doesn't it? If you say you retired him from I Film London right now, that basically means it's the end of I Film London, isn't it? Well, in his interview after the fight was, I'm contemplating retirement.
It's not the same as saying he has retired, though, is it? To be fair.
If you're contemplating it, then you basically...
Yeah, but if you're contemplating it,
why are you contemplating it? So that means you're on the verge of giving up. That means you're broken. You've been broken. If I say I'm contemplating retirement, that means I've broken. I fell apart. I'm finished. Now, how do you come back from something like that? What's motivating you to come back from something like that? Sean Corbin weren't motivating him to come back from something like that. Valori, the kebab shop owner, wasn't motivating him to come back from something like that. You know what motivated him to come back from something like that? Was my big fat head and a big check that I've got on my forehead that comes with it when you fight me. So that's what was motivating them to come back, nothing else.
Okay. Are you aware of a podcast called The Boxing Asylum?
I am not.
Have you never heard of it?
Is this the one
That he went on the other
Steady
day?
was listening to for 2 hours or something?
No, he went on
These
it.
the Scottish guys?
Yeah, he went on it for an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, well, I can imagine they absolutely leather me.
Yeah, to be honest, I went on it.
That's what I think of that. Did you quite catch that? That's what I think of that.
I went on it previous.
Don't cough near me, son.
I went on it anyway.
Okay.
And there's a thing they've got on there which they asked me to ask you. I said I'd mention it.
Okay.
And it's called the Bellew of the Week. Have you heard about this?
Oh, Bellewism.
Yeah, but it's the Bellew of the Week.
Okay, what's the Bellew of the week?
So something that someone has said
Okay.
that's similar or in the context
Talking
of
about
something.
this podcast here, your favourite podcast. I'm talking about it here. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the one you were on. Yeah.
Go on.
Some things you have said before.
What have I said? I've said some outlandish shit.
Yeah. And they sort of class that as someone might say something similar and they call that the Bellew of the Week.
Okay.
But
What's the Bellew of the week?
well, it could be anything. Every week they nominate someone who's
Yeah, but
done something
give me
similar.
some examples. What's been Bellew of the week?
I haven't been listening for too long, but I'll tell you something they pointed out
Okay.
was when I think you was on ringside and you said that I've never been one to say that I carry this big puncher and I never carry power and all
No,
this stuff.
I said I don't make myself out to be like Ivan Drago or you know, I'd say a guy cover. I don't say him that. I just say I can punch.
Okay.
I'm not saying everything I hit it turns to dust. You know, that's not real. But I can punch. You don't put amateurs. All I'll say is, so go on. You finish what you're saying.
Yeah.
and
So
I'll come
anyway,
back.
so there was a clip of you saying I've never said that I'm
Yeah.
this big punch, blah blah. Then there's another clip of you after a fight going power or something.
Yeah, I
into
carry
the thing.
power.
I carry power.
Yeah,
so
not wrong
that was a kind of
So let me respond to that. So you in this boxing asylum, whatever you're called, right? You see you must be the most bored man on planet Earth, because what you do is you sit and talk about what the fuck I do. Remember this, right? What you talk about, I do. I do it. You talk about it, I do it. So that gives me the right to say whatever I want about what I do. It doesn't give you the right because you don't do it. Now, if you show me a video of you doing it and doing it at the level I do it at, then maybe you can have a say. But remember this, I fight, you watch. It's that simple. That's all it's about. I fight, you watch. No one gives a shit about what you say or what you do, but they give a shit about me because I fight. I don't watch. Simple as that. Your podcast isn't worth a carrot. I don't give a shit what you say, what you do. If you've got something to say to me, I'm not hard to find. I'm usually on the front row at boxing events. Come and say hello, or come and say to me what you'd say to me on your daft podcast. But remember this, I get more views with a fart than what you get with a 2-hour podcast. On that note,
okay. Moving on from that.
Okay.
You was on TalkSport, not TalkSport,
yeah.
with Steve Bunce. What was that on?
It was on TalkSport.
Oh, it was on TalkSport,
yeah,
yeah.
it was Steve Bunce. He come on, and I was just being totally honest.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I've known Buncey a long time, and I was very disappointed in the things he said about me. Buncey, the thing that disappoints me the most is Buncey's known me since I was putting that vest and head guard on. Buncey's seen me with a vest full of blood. Just watch England v America, England v USA, and Mia Khan's homecoming. I opened the show that night, and I fought a guy called Tim Skolnick. My nose got broke after about 20 seconds into the fight, and this is as an amateur, remember, and we pounded each other all around the ring. Take that as you will. We punched each other all around that ring, nose, vest covered in blood. Steve Bunce has witnessed me on many occasions. I think I remember Steve Bunce once calling me something like that, the amateur at Choro Gatti. Well, how do I go from the amateur at Choro Gatti to being, basically, he labelled me as someone who's fake. Basically, he labelled me as somebody who fought in a daze against Stevenson, and then he tried to tell me off air that I didn't say you fought in a daze. I said you got caught with a shot and you was dazed. No, you never, Steve. You said that I fought in a daze. I tried to fight to a game plan. You know what? The game plan went to shit. I got beat. I got stopped. Whatever. But I had a go. But all of a sudden, Nathan Cleverly has a go against Sergey Kovalev. Gets absolutely smashed from pillar to post. And Nathan's great because he went on the front foot and had a go. Where did that get him? It got him to the verge of retirement in a dingy little flat somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I goes in against Adonis Stevenson, who just flattened Chad Dawson in 1 round, in his hometown, in his backyard. All the odds against me, live on HBO, and Steve basically labels me a fraud for doing it. Take it as you will.
They were trying to get you to talk in the break. Did you speak to him in the break?
Yeah, I spoke to him in the break. I told him my opinion. I wasn't happy with what he said, and I told him, you know. I said to him, I wanted to come over to you in Belfast, but the fact of the matter was there was TV cameras around, and I don't think it would have went down too well at the ringside. So, you know, I could say some things to Steve that Steve wouldn't like, and they're truthful things too, and Steve wouldn't like them. And let me tell you, they are truthful things. But you know what I do? I don't say them because it's not my place. It's not my place to say it. It's not my place to talk his business. Just like it's not his place to say that I fought like I was in a daze. I fought to a game plan. The game plan nearly paid off in round 4. It's just that my ass fell apart after round 4, simple as that. I had 1 good round in me. Well, not even 1 good round, 30 seconds I had in me. Put him over. And then I blew it blowing out my ass for the rest of the fight. And then was put on my ass after the 4th round. So, here's what it is, mate.
Okay.
That matter's been cleared up for you.
That has. Thank you very much.
Happy days.
All right, one more thing. You picked Hopkins to beat Kovalev.
I did pick Hopkins to beat Kovalev, yeah, because, and I'll tell you the reason I did. I picked him because Hopkins is probably the best personal matchmaker in the history of boxing. He picks who he fights and when. He picked Sergey Kovalev, and I expected him to have a good reason why he picked Sergey Kovalev. And I believe that he did have the tactics to beat him. But it's an old saying in boxing, some guys just do get old overnight, and he did look old in there. But you can't honestly tell me now that a prime Kovalev beats a prime Hopkins. He'd know too much. I mean, I didn't even think it was the Kovalev that beat Pascal. I didn't think it was the Hopkins that beat Pascal, to be honest. I think he got hit in that first round with the right hand, and Hopkins just thought, I'm going to wait for this guy to tire, because this is what he ultimately expected. And when Kovalev just weren't tiring, I think the writing was on the wall, to be honest. And you know, Bernard is an amazing fighter, what he is, and a grade A legend. Just, you know, father time waits for nobody. And I still think he can be a world champion. I still think he can beat certain guys up, but it's just, you know, fitter, youth, and being a bit more fresh helps out.
Should he retire?
That's not my place to say. That's Bernard Hopkins' place to say that. So, legend of a fighter, someone I've looked up to and idolised for many, many years. All as I can wish the guy is good health, and he spends his millions wisely. And he has got many millions. Good on you, lad. Well done.
All right, well, Tony Bellew, thanks for talking to iFill TV.
Thanks, Googs.
Been very,
Trying to get your sponsors in one more time.
Yeah.
I think you should do, you know, MGM, Marbella.
666bet.
666.bet. Thanks to JD Sports, Dorset, King Construction. 5 Audio, fantastic. The Hilton Liverpool, always good. Fantastic hotel to stay. At the end, gets a great waterfront view every time he stays. This is one. It's better than that shed you call that place you go. So, you know.
Where's that?
What's the place that looks like a shed from the outside? That special nightclub, what's it called? Oh, that's the one, yeah.
Why are you comparing a hotel to Sugar Hut?
Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Sugar Hut when you've got a quiff like that.
I'll tell you what.
You come in there with a head like this, mate, there's everything wrong. Sound that, lads, happy days.
Sound that, lad. All right, thanks for talking to iFill TV. We'll see you
Cook, stop
Thursday.
walking around and pink writing on your tops as well, mate. It looks absolutely horrendous like your hat.